Alright, welcome back to another episode of Beer, Bacon, and Bros. Tonight it's just Alex, Chris, and Keith. We're going to jump into our first beer review, but before we do that, make sure you're subscribing to the channel. It's free to you. It really helps us out. It helps us grow the family. On the push for 300 still.
Yep.
So definitely, go out there and subscribe to the channel. It really helps, like I said, helps us out a lot. It's free for you guys, and for all those who are already subscribed, we love you. Thank you for everything that you guys do. And make sure you drop some comments and some likes. It helps the video get out there so more people can see it. So like I said, we're going to get into our first review. This one coming from Prairie Artisan Ales. This is the Prison Rodeo Happy Coffee Ale. We're looking it up there to see if you can tell us a little bit more about it. This doesn't really have much on it, other than it's brewed and bottled by Krebs Brewing Company out of Krebs, Oklahoma, and distributed by their friends at Shelton Brothers.
Let me see it. I'll pop it with my ring since Adam's not here.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm wearing my metal ring for once in a long time.
Looks like an Imperial Double IPA. 9.5% alcohol by volume.
You know, my tungsten ring doesn't bend as much as his gold ring does. So. Well, just because gold's a malleable metal.
Yeah.
You also didn't have to go to college for 4 years just to get it.
Okay. Give me that.
We'll cut that part out.
Yeah, I'll try it. There you go, Keith.
Alright. Let's give this bad boy a pour, see what it looks like.
Double Imperial IPA, 9.5%.
It's got a unique smell to it already.
See, I wasn't thinking I might have been a little heavy, so I might need to give somebody a little bit of a top off. But I used the 12 ounce bottles.
Yeah.
Hoppy coffee ale.
It does have a pretty nice smell to it.
It's Idaho 7 Mosaic, Summit, and
Simcoe
hops.
Simcoe hops.
Okay.
As well as Ethiopia Yakanga Natural Coffee.
Sourced from the Spaceship Earth Coffee in McAllister, Oklahoma.
Oh, was it McAllister where that one beer came from that Blair brought back? The double oak or double barrel, whatever the thing was?
Yeah, the double barrel golden or something.
Yeah,
from the Texas
from the steakhouse.
I actually smell coffee.
You're not going to taste it.
No.
Ooh.
So
it's an IPA.
It's an IPA, but there's a different flavor to it that kind of
it's cocoa.
The creaminess of it kind of.
It's a creamy, a sweet, or something. It's something that's
right.
counteracting the typical bitterness of the hops.
The coffee actually is there, but it's on the back end when you breathe out.
Yeah, I get like that. Like when you're drinking, like if you drink black coffee and that breathe out, you get that little bit of that bitterness.
You get the coffee on the breathe out. So it's not so much in what you're drinking; it's when you breathe out.
Yeah.
So I mean, so I guess they are correct when they
say
coffee.
No! I just took a sip there and did the whole getting air in the sip and running across the tongue at the same time, and I got a good bit of a flavor profile that we'd almost get out of one of our bourbon barrel aged stouts.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of has that feel, that kind of, but it's not. It doesn't have the bite that
it doesn't have the bite like the alcohol bite, but it has that like Chris said, it's almost like cocoa or cacao, or how you say it.
Yeah.
It's almost more like that chocolate bitterness.
Yeah, I mean it's not bad.
I don't know.
It's not bad, but it's a little different.
I can't put my finger on it.
Yeah,
it's almost smoky too.
A little bit.
Like just burnt wood. Wow. I don't hate it either though. That's the thing is I sip this and I want to hate it because it's a 9.5. You can get a little bit of alcohol burn. It's IPA mixed with cocoa almost.
It definitely has the because I just did what Alex did with the breathing in and getting the air with the beer over your palate, and it definitely has that bourbon barrel aged feel to it. It's got a bourbon barrel aged taste. It's but it doesn't have the bite or the alcohol-y taste as the bourbon barrel aged typically has.
I feel like it's got a little bit of the alcohol bite, but it's nowhere near anywhere close to what we've done before.
With stouts or porters,
yeah. Yeah, I mean, I feel like I can.
To me, if you were to blindfold me and I drank this, I would think this beer was almost black.
Yeah, absolutely.
It doesn't sit like it, but the flavor profile and the way it's drinking and comes across the palate is actually.
You feel like
to me, it's aligning more with a stout.
Right.
And it's definitely like a bourbon aged, like the barrel aged stout. It doesn't even be bourbon barrel, it's just a barrel aged stout.
Right. It kind of has that stout feel, that stout taste.
It almost has a little bit of like that sweetness that those the raspberry stouts we've done before.
Right.
Chocolate raspberry stouts. It's almost like that.
Sweetness.
Yeah.
Yeah, good point.
But like Chris said, it's a good beer.
Right. I'm not mad at it.
Not mad at it.
No.
I would love to drink a whole one by myself, multiple, but like I cannot lock down what I'm getting in my flavor profile.
Yeah, I mean, because the coffee's there a little bit. You definitely get the hops, but the hops, for it being 80 IBU, I think the heaviness of this kind of cuts some of that hops out.
Yeah.
To me, at least, it does, because it doesn't feel like I'm drinking an IPA.
And it might be reason we're getting a little bit more of the barrel aged feel, is because it is a 9.5.
Right, so it's heavy.
It's got a good high. It's got a high ABV, like you said, Keith.
But again, like you said as well, if you blindfolded me, I would feel like I was drinking a stout that had
at least a porter of some sort.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
a stout or a porter is exactly where I would go with it. Like
I would have just said like chocolate porter barrel aged. That's what I would have known. I mean, I don't really even know that I could have felt hops in here. I would have assumed it was the burn from alcohol.
No, it's definitely the hops, but yeah, it's
that
weird,
first
but I'm not
initial-
mad at it.
yeah, the first initial sip, I get the hops and all that. It's just, I have no idea really how to describe it.
Right.
Yeah. Give me a 7.4. Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna go 7.5 on that. Like I said, I'm not mad at it. I don't know. I don't know.
It's confusing.
Yeah, it is confusing, but it's not a bad beer. Like, it's not one of those beers that you drink and it's confusing. Like, I don't think I can drink this again. This is something that I could go back and drink again and try to see if I can get a different feel out of it.
Yeah.
Shout out to Colin or Callan, can't really tell because they put your name so small, but last name Healy. He's the artist for this bottle. But yeah, I'm right with you guys. I'm gonna go 7.7 on it. Actually, no, I'm gonna go 7.8 because, like I said, I like this beer. I would drink multiple of these. But damned if somebody tried to tell me to describe it, I'd be like,
Just drink it here.
I would say a bunch of different things, and you'd be like, how? How is that all in one beer?
Right.
Yeah, I really want to be like at Wico and they have this beer and me be able to just like crack it open, pour it in a glass, hand it to somebody and be like, "Tell me what this is."
Yeah. Like, this is one of those where like I would love to have this like in a sommelier course. So like a sommelier can like walk you through how to pick up on the different notes and like what you're looking for.
Well, Christopher sommelier course.
I feel like
A long time ago.
I feel like prison rodeo might be a good description of this because like just like a prison rodeo, there's a lot going on.
There's a lot.
There's a lot happening.
That's fair. That's fair.
Spec down the line was a 7.5,
7.4.
7.8. Went up to 7.8.
All right.
Yeah.
That's the Prairie Artisan Ales Prison Rodeo Happy Coffee Ale, and that's a review. I like it.